Did you know Japan boasts over 4,000 varieties of ramen? That's a staggering figure, rivaling the hot dog stands of Times Square. And it's only the start of the culinary wonders awaiting you. From broths simmered for hours to thin pork slices weighed by the ounce, Japanese cuisine feels like an epic food adventure ready to wow your taste buds. Whether you're exploring Tokyo, arriving in Osaka, or just booking flights, get set for sushi so fresh you'll swear it's ocean-kissed, or crisp tempura shrimp that's all about lightness and flavor. Beyond ramen and sushi, locals dazzle with charcoal-grilled yakitori and sweet matcha desserts, both rooted in centuries of tradition. Every bite reveals Japan's devotion to detail and excellence. No matter if it's your first trip or a spontaneous escape, brace yourself for one taste of these vibrant delights, and you'll never view dining the same way again. Have fun exploring them with us now. Your first taste of sushi in Japan is likely to be an experience. Whether you've just stepped off a direct flight from Los Angeles or you're mapping out tomorrow's itinerary from your hotel in Osaka. Typically served in bite-sized portions of about 1 ounce of fish atop perfectly seasoned rice, sushi encapsulates the elegance and precision of Japanese culinary tradition. The vinegared rice is usually crafted at around 98 degrees Fahrenheit, just warm enough to highlight the flavors of fish that's chilled to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. From silky tuna to delicate flounder, each piece invites you on a journey of freshness that can rival the crispness of a cold New England morning. In top-tier omakase restaurants, chefs might even hand you each piece directly, emphasizing personalized service and authentic connection. For a more casual experience, you'll find conveyor belt sushi spots where plates glide by at a mesmerizing pace. Grab what looks tempting and enjoy the ride. Sushi, whether you try it in a 5-seat hideaway or a bustling city center, showcases Japan's passion for artistry and hospitality. So if you're in Japan now or eagerly counting down the days, put sushi at the top of your bucket list. Your taste buds will thank you. Have you ever found yourself craving a piping hot bowl of noodles after a day exploring the neon-lit streets of Tokyo? Ramen is the ultimate comfort meal in Japan, featuring a broth that can simmer for up to 20 hours at around 212 degrees Fahrenheit, extracting every ounce of savory flavor from pork or chicken bones. From the creamy tonkatsu in Hakata to the soy sauce-based shoyu in Tokyo, each region boasts a signature style that reflects local tastes and traditions. Whether you've just landed on a red-eye from Los Angeles or you're planning a weekend trip from Kyoto, watching your ramen chef ladle soup into a large bowl, then drop in about 6 ounces of springy noodles, sets the stage for pure bliss. Toppings might include slices of tender chashu pork, marinated soft-boiled eggs made with roughly 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and garnishes like crunchy green onions. Many ramen shops let you purchase a ticket from a vending machine at the entrance, saving you from any awkward language barrier. And yes, in Japan, slurping isn't just polite. It helps cool the noodles and shows your appreciation. So if you're currently in Japan or excitedly counting down the days, don't skip this soul-warming dish that perfectly captures the heart of Japanese comfort food. Tempura might just redefine your idea of fried foods. Whether you're relaxing in your Tokyo hotel room right now or simply daydreaming about your upcoming trip, picture shrimp dipped in a feather-light batter made with roughly 1 cup of flour, a pinch of baking soda, and a chilled egg water mixture, and then flash fried in hot oil at around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. As soon as you take that first bite, you'll notice how airy and crisp it is without a trace of greasiness. Whether you choose shrimp, sweet potato, or mushrooms, each piece emerges golden and light, a testament to Japanese culinary artistry. High-end tempura bars often seat guests directly in front of the chef, allowing you to watch as each morsel is fried and served within seconds. Meanwhile, casual eateries provide a selection of dipping sauces, some soy-based, others featuring grated daikon, that complement the subtle flavors. This technique, originally introduced by Portuguese traders in the 16th century, has been refined into a uniquely Japanese art form. So, if you're counting down the days to your flight or currently strolling through a bustling street market, keep tempura on your radar. One taste, and you'll truly understand how this dish has become a beloved staple across Japan. Okonomiyaki is often described as a Japanese savory pancake that invites a level of customization akin to building your own burger in the States. Whether you've just stepped into a lively restaurant in Osaka or are still scrolling through your itinerary at home, this dish offers something for everyone. Its batter combines about 1 cup of flour, 3/4 cup water, and 1 large egg, then folds in roughly 2 cups of shredded cabbage before tossing in your choice of pork, shrimp, or other toppings. It's cooked on a flat griddle heated to around 400 degrees Fahrenheit until golden, and you can top it with a sweet and savory sauce, mayonnaise, bonito flakes, and even pickled ginger. Don't be surprised if the light katsuobushi dances in the heat like paper-thin confetti. In Hiroshima, the layers include noodles, making an even heartier meal. With each bite, okonomiyaki tells a story of fun, freshness, and flavor, perfect for travelers ready to explore every delicious corner of Japan. So go ahead and circle okonomiyaki on your must-try list, whether you're currently in the heart of Shinjuku or packing your bags back home, because this creation is Japan's answer to culinary freedom and delight, delivered one griddle at a time. Soba noodles are a must-try for anyone seeking a lighter, yet equally flavorful, Japanese dish. Made primarily from buckwheat flour, often mixed with a small percentage of wheat flour for texture, these noodles boast a pleasant, nutty flavor. Whether you're currently exploring the back streets of Kyoto or eagerly awaiting your upcoming trip from your home in San Francisco, soba provides a refreshing break from heavier meals. When served cold, known as zaru soba, you typically dip the noodles into a chilled broth crafted with about 1 cup of dashi, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and a hint of mirin. Hot soba arrives in a steaming bowl of savory broth, typically hovering around 180 degrees Fahrenheit, with toppings like scallions, tempura shrimp, or even a soft-boiled egg. Many traditional soba shops take pride in kneading and rolling the dough by hand, then cutting it with precise movements to ensure uniformity, an art form that can rival any handmade pasta in Italy. If you're near Tokyo Station or wandering through small-town Japan, you'll notice soba shops often highlight local buckwheat varieties, emphasizing fresh, seasonal quality. So if you've just landed or are planning to go soon, set aside time in your itinerary for this delicious, wholesome delicacy. You'll be glad you did. Yakitori translates to grilled chicken, but in Japan, it's so much more than that. Whether you're strolling through Tokyo's lantern-lit alleyways or daydreaming about your upcoming trip from your home in Seattle, this skewered wonder is a can't-miss treat. Typically grilled over charcoal that can exceed 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, yakitori transforms simple cuts of chicken, like thigh, breast, or even gizzards, into succulent morsels brimming with smoky flavor. Street vendors often baste the skewers with a savory sauce combining soy sauce, mirin, and a sprinkle of sugar. Each skewer weighs in at about 2 to 3 ounces, making them perfect for sampling multiple varieties without going overboard. In many small shops called izakayas, you can pair your yakitori with a frosty draft beer, perhaps around 16 ounces, for a truly local experience. If you prefer a little extra kick, you can add a dash of shichimi togarashi, a zesty Japanese chili pepper mix. Yakitori culture embraces casual gatherings with friends, late-night snacking, and an all-around lively atmosphere. Whether you're perched at a tiny counter seat, relaxing at a sidewalk table, or scanning the menu after a day of sightseeing, expect warm hospitality and bold flavors. Yakitori epitomizes Japan's passion for turning everyday fare into culinary delights. Craving a hearty meal that bridges Japanese tradition with a hint of Western flair? Look no further than tonkatsu, a breaded pork cutlet beloved by locals and visitors alike. Typically made from pork loin or fillet weighing around 6 to 8 ounces, each cut is coated in flour, dipped in beaten egg, then rolled through a layer of crispy panko breadcrumbs. It's fried at approximately 350 degrees Fahrenheit, resulting in a golden crust that stays surprisingly light, while the interior remains tender and juicy. Once you take that first bite, accompanied by the satisfying crunch, you'll understand why this dish has gained global fame. Whether you're wandering the bustling streets of Shinjuku or counting down the days from your home in Chicago, tonkatsu is a must-try for anyone seeking a comforting yet flavorful meal. Traditionally served with a generous heap of finely shredded cabbage, a side of miso soup, and a tangy Worcester-based sauce, tonkatsu manages to be both indulgent and surprisingly balanced. High-end restaurants may offer specialty pork from heritage breeds, adding a melt-in-your-mouth quality that raises the bar even higher. Some spots even provide mortar and pestle to grind fresh sesame seeds, mixing them into the sauce for extra aroma. Perfect for lunch or dinner, tonkatsu captures Japan's knack for refining outside influences into culinary art. Ever found yourself longing for a sweet treat that's both eye-catching and steeped in centuries of tradition? If so, Japan's matcha desserts will likely be your next obsession. Whether you're already sipping a latte in downtown Tokyo or counting the days from your home in Boston, keep your eyes peeled for that signature, vibrant green hue in everything from soft-serve ice cream to delicate pastries. Matcha, which is finely ground green tea leaves, has a rich umami flavor that comes alive when balanced with just the right amount of sweetness. Often about 2 tablespoons of sugar per teaspoon of matcha, though exact ratios may vary by recipe. When prepared in a traditional tea ceremony, water heated to about 175 degrees Fahrenheit is whisked vigorously with the matcha powder, creating a frothy, slightly bitter brew that countless dessert makers now use in cakes, cookies, and even tiramisu. Many cafes offer specialty matcha drinks alongside sweet red bean paste or mochi toppings, uniting time-honored customs with a modern flair. And while matcha's antioxidant benefits have been highlighted in health articles back in the States, you'll discover firsthand that it's not just about wellness. It's about immersion in Japanese culture. So go ahead. If you're exploring Shibuya or soon packing your carry-on, treat yourself to the deep, earthy flavor of matcha desserts. Your taste buds will applaud. Are you searching for a dish that combines sweet, savory, and mouth-watering succulence all in one bite? Then you simply must try unagi, or freshwater eel, during your Japanese adventure. Typically cut into fillets that weigh about 5 to 6 ounces each, unagi is brushed with a flavorful sauce made from soy sauce, mirin, and a tablespoon or 2 of sugar, then grilled over high heat until it's beautifully caramelized. The result is a luscious texture that balances melt-in-your-mouth tenderness with a hint of smoky char. In many restaurants, you'll see unagi served over a bed of steamed rice, forming a classic dish called unadon. Some places even cook it live to guarantee maximum freshness, a practice that might seem surprising if you've only known fish pre-packaged at your local supermarket. If you happen to visit during Japan's sweltering summer months, unagi is often recommended for an energy boost, reflecting the local belief that its richness helps combat fatigue. Whether you're currently strolling through the cozy back alleys of Kyoto or booking your flight from Houston, be sure to add unagi to your list. It's an unforgettable part of Japanese cuisine, showcasing the country's skillful grilling techniques and deeply rooted dining customs in every perfectly glazed bite. Kaiseki is often described as the pinnacle of Japanese haute cuisine, a multi-course feast that feels more like an art exhibition than a simple meal. Each small plate, usually weighing just a few ounces, showcases local, seasonal ingredients chosen with meticulous care. Whether you're relaxing in a traditional ryokan, nestled amid Kyoto's peaceful hills, or eagerly checking flight deals from your home in San Francisco, kaiseki deserves a spot on your must-try list. At first, you might be served a delicate starter like a clear soup hovering around 150 degrees Fahrenheit, featuring subtle flavors of dashi and garnished with a single blossom or sprig. Next, you'll find beautifully arranged sashimi, sliced razor-thin and chilled to about 40 degrees Fahrenheit, highlighting the day's freshest catch. Grilled courses, simmered dishes, and palate-cleansing bites follow, each presented on plates or bowls chosen to reflect the season. Think ceramics painted with autumn leaves in fall or pastel hues in spring. The sequence ends with a light dessert, often a fruit-based creation that refreshes your taste buds. Beyond the food, kaiseki represents Japan's deep-rooted hospitality, or omotenashi, treating you as an honored guest every step of the way. So if you're currently savoring Japan's culinary delights or planning your itinerary, be sure to experience kaiseki. It's truly unforgettable. From sushi to kaiseki, these 10 dishes highlight Japan's passion for flavor, artistry, and tradition. Whether you already have a Japan trip under your belt or are still planning your next flight, each dish offers something unique that has captured the hearts of travelers for generations. Soba's nutty allure, the crispiness of tempura, the sweet bitterness of matcha, or the smoky richness of unagi, there's a world of culinary gems waiting. Have you ever tasted these meals in an authentic setting, perched at a bustling downtown Tokyo counter or a tranquil Kyoto inn? We'd love to hear which dish piqued your interest most. Do you crave ramen's comforting warmth, or maybe tonkatsu's crispy bite? Share your thoughts in the comments. After all, there's always room for another delicious discovery in Japan. Whether you prefer traditional hotspots or hidden gems off the beaten path, Japan's cuisine never stops surprising us.